welcome back to my channel. So, as most of you know, we've been to London for a few days, as you'll see from the rest of the videos on the channel. So we left London this morning at 11 AM. We got to Wimbledon? No, Wembley. That'll be Wembley. Wembley, we got to Wembley. Anyway, so we got to Wembley. Okay, which was probably an hour's drive from outer London on the way home. Okay, so we were preferably an hour into the journey. And we get a phone call from the hotel to say we were cleaning the room and we found a mobile phone, which happened to be Jacob's mobile phone. So, how eventful this was. We were going to get it posted back, right? But I learned something new today, that you can get a thing called a prepaid envelope, whatever it is, right? Basically, you send them a prepaid package, they then send you your phone back, right? This is the hotel in London. It costs between £75 to £105 to have the phone sent back to us. No. So, no 102, send them out for free. So, we had to turn around. Okay, bearing in mind, right, we already had ahead of us 3 or 4 hours driving to do. So now we turned around back into London. This was by this time it was like 11:45, 12 o'clock. So then we got back into London. Well, no, we got halfway there and Andy ended up parking up. I ended up getting on the tube on my own and going back to the hotel to pick the phone up because it was quicker for me to get a tube than us to drive all the way back through and then get back on. So we eventually left London, as in started heading home at about 1 o'clock. About 1 o'clock this afternoon. So 1 o'clock this afternoon is not a good time to leave London, okay, because it's quite a busy time of the day. Right, so obviously we then had to head to Manchester and pick the dog up where she was staying. So from London we stopped twice because we needed to get some dinner and we needed to get some tea. We eventually got from London, which we left at 1 o'clock, to Manchester for 7 o'clock tonight. Yeah, okay, so we've now picked the dog up and left Manchester and we're heading home. We should, in theory, be home for 9ish or just after, about 9:15. So, in theory, we have now been driving and in a car with 3 children for nearly 10 hours. Okay, which what should have been a 5-hour journey, maybe 5.5 hours with bad traffic. Yeah, that's what happens when you have to turn around. And in theory, I now wish we hadn't turned around, we'd have just left the phone where it was. But I wasn't, then I just never get it back because I wouldn't be paying £105 for someone to send me a phone that's just not happening. Lesson learned, he's had to sit with no phone all the way home and be very bored. Okay, Nathan got in trouble for not helping sort things out, the bags and sort the stuff out. They've learned their lesson because the next time anything gets left in a hotel anywhere in any vicinity, we are not turning around anywhere for it. But apart from that, we've had a lovely vacation to London. Yeah, so that's why it's taken us nearly 10 hours to get home.